In the 1970s and 80s, there was one place in the South where the law didn't always win. The roads were made for fast cars, and family meant everything. That place was Hazzard County. Welcome to Looking Back Lane. For many of us, the Dukes of Hazzard wasn't just a TV show. It was an experience, a weekly dose of adrenaline, laughter, and lessons on living free. It was the story of two cousins, Bo and Luke Duke, who didn't just fight for justice. They fought for what was right. They fought for their home, for Hazzard. In a world that was changing fast, Hazzard County felt timeless. The Dukes showed us what it meant to be family, to stand up against what was wrong, even when the odds were stacked against you. And they did it with a bit of humor and a lot of heart. It wasn't just about the fast cars, the big jumps, or even the colorful characters like Boss Hogg or Sheriff Roscoe P. Coltrane. It was about a simple truth. Home is where the heart is. And no matter how tough things got in Hazzard, the Duke family stuck together. First, let's talk about Bo Duke, the original wild child. Bo had the kind of smile that could get him out of trouble, and probably into it too. His rebellious spirit was matched only by his loyalty to his family and his deep sense of justice. Bo might have been quick to hit the gas pedal, but he always had his heart in the right place. Whether it was driving the General Lee to make a daring escape or defending his town from corruption, Bo's zest for life was contagious. And then there's Luke Duke, the brains to Bo's brawn. If Bo was the one who liked to jump first and ask questions later, Luke was the calm, calculating one, the problem solver. But don't get it twisted. Luke had his fair share of action-packed moments too. He was just as tough, just as daring, and equally ready to stand up for what was right. What set Luke apart was his level-headed approach to life, and when things got tough, you could always count on him to be the voice of reason. And who could forget Daisy Duke, the heart of the Duke family? With her infectious smile, sharp wit, and unmatched charm. Oh, and those Daisy Dukes. Daisy wasn't just eye candy. She was smart, resourceful, and just as tough as any Duke boy. Whether she was outsmarting Boss Hogg or throwing a few well-aimed punches. Hey folks, if you're enjoying this trip down memory lane, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to never miss a trip back in time. You're watching Looking Back Lane, your go-to place for all things retro, where we dive into the past, reliving the moments that made us smile. Now let's get back to the memories that made Hazzard County so unforgettable. Maybe it was the music, the unmistakable strum of country guitars that pulled us in. Or maybe it was the fact that, despite all the chaos, it felt like a place we wanted to be. A place where doing the right thing was more important than following the rules, where your word was your bond. And we can't forget about the General Lee. The car wasn't just a vehicle, it was a symbol. A symbol of freedom, of adventure, and of living life on your own terms. Every time that car sped across the screen, we felt like we were right there with them, ready to jump into the wild unknown. But it wasn't all fun and games. The Dukes dealt with real challenges. Corruption, betrayal, and power-hungry villains tried to tear their town apart. And yet, through it all, they taught us something important. That we each have the power to stand up for what's right, no matter how difficult it may seem. Sure, they might have bent the rules a few times, but we love them for it. Because at the end of the day, the Dukes knew that sometimes you have to break a few rules to keep the peace. The Dukes of Hazzard was more than just a show. It was a window into a simpler time. It reminded us of the importance of loyalty, friendship, and fighting for what you believe in. And even though it's been years since the Dukes of Hazzard left our screens, those memories still linger. Whether it was the sound of that engine, the laughs we shared with Uncle Jesse, or the heart-pounding chases, it's a part of us. So, here's to Hazzard County, where the Dukes taught us that family, freedom, and fun are the things that really matter. And though the roads may have changed, the memories, they're still going strong, like a good old boy.